That's how that happened. Thanks for covering while I got my watch. Kids have a Cartoon Network now. They have cartoons 24 hours a day. That's a huge deal. When I was a kid, cartoons was Saturday mornings or maybe like 1 hour during the weekday in the middle of the afternoon. But you had to watch it when it was on because when it was over, and Donahue came on. And Donahue was the opposite of cartoons. Donahue was the most boring shit grown-ups had ever come up with, ever. More boring than it needed to be. Aggressively boring. To scare children away from the TV. Just to be like, how was DuckTales today? You know, was it a fun story? Well, Donahue's on now. Today's topic is divorce. Parents listen to their kids now? My parents never listened to me. We weren't friends. They were the cops. And we were criminals. Actually, we got along about as well as cops and criminals sometimes have like a weird friendship in movies. Like when my dad and I would talk when I was little, it was like the scene in the movie Heat when Robert De Niro and Al Pacino meet in that diner. We would always be like, we're not so different, you and I. You have your law practice, and me, I have all these fucking markers. We both have responsibilities, is what I'm saying. My dad would respect it if I could get away with breaking a rule. Like, we had a rule, you couldn't watch TV on a school night. So every school night, I would be downstairs at 100% watching TV, and I would hear my dad coming, and I would immediately turn the TV off, and I would grab any book or magazine or anything and open it and pretend to be doing my homework. Then my dad would walk in the room, and he would go, "What are you doing? Are you watching TV?" And I would go, "Nah, man. I'm not watching TV. The TV wouldn't even be dark yet. It would still have like a neon green halo around it. And it would be sizzling like a glass of Pepsi. And I would look my dad in the eyes and go, "No, I'm just reading this Yellow Pages." My dad loved us and loves us. Don't get me wrong, he just didn't care about our general happiness or self-esteem. Not really. I remember one time we were little kids. I'm the third of four. We were all little kids when this happened. We were driving down the highway. We were going from Illinois to Wisconsin, where we grew up, and we were in a white van with wood around the side. Because you know how you want your van to be made of wood. You know how you want that, right? But if it was totally made of wood, it would catch on fire, right? It's very frustrating. Quite a conundrum. You're like, hey, is there a way, like, could I get a little bit of wood? Well, you are in luck. We here at Plymouth Chrysler can put a saucy stripe of wood safely on the outside of the car for all those times you've looked at your van and thought, it needs a belt. Anyway, we were all little kids. We were driving down the highway. My dad was driving. We were little kids. We'd been on the road for like 3 hours. And in the distance, we saw a McDonald's. We saw the Golden Arches. We got so excited. We started chanting, "McDonald's, McDonald's, McDonald's, McDonald's." My dad pulled into the drive-thru and we started cheering. And then he ordered one black coffee for himself. And kept driving. You know, as mad as that made me as a little kid, in retrospect, that is the funniest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. That is the funniest thing. How perfect is that? He had a van load of little kids, and he got black coffee. The one thing from McDonald's no child could enjoy. Black coffee, he didn't even get a sugar packet or some cream, just a hot cup of Donahue. There was no way we could possibly enjoy it.